Let's go on to lesson 11, Sunday's lesson. The understanding of the message came to him in a vision. At that time, I, Daniel, mourned for 3 weeks. I ate no choice foods, no meat or wine touched my lips, and I used no lotions at all until the 3 weeks were over. Why was Daniel fasting? What was the reason? So I think the context reveals that he wasn't just fasting to prepare for Passover. He was fasting because he wanted insight into this process. And God knew his heart and knew his longings and was responding. But that goes back to the question. Was the fasting designed to impress God?
No.
Or does fasting do something to us when we fast? Make us more focused, more tuned, more receptive perhaps? Does our desire for spiritual truth have anything to do with our growth in spiritual truth? And is fasting a particular way to focus yourself? Does our busyness with life, engagement in entertainment, or real life responsibilities ever interfere with our connection with God? Could the foods we eat or the things we drink affect our ability to discern truth? The obvious, intoxication with alcohol, is going to affect us. Everybody gets that, right? But how about the less obvious? Studies show that high sugar diets interfere with normal synaptic function in the brain and impair memory. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly high in DHA, which is the long-chain omega-3, actually have protective effects on memory. I put the references in the notes for those who would like the journal references. What about physical exhaustion, failure to rest, to take care of the body? Does that affect your mental focus and attention? What about studying too much? I love this quote. It comes out of Counsels to Parents, Teachers, and Students, page 405. It says, intemperance in study is a species of intoxication, and those who indulge in it, like the drunkard, wander from safe paths and stumble and fall in the darkness. The Lord would have every student bear in mind that the eye must be kept single to the glory of God. He is not to exhaust and waste his physical and mental powers, seeking to acquire all possible knowledge of the sciences, but to preserve the freshness and vigor of all his powers to engage in the work the Lord has appointed him. They never told me that one when I was in school. They didn't. I didn't get that one. Don't study too much tonight. Did anybody get that one when they were in school? We don't want you to get intoxicated on history tonight, guys. No, I didn't get that one. But there's some truth in that. Is anybody actually ever exhausted from study? Yeah, this is life balance. The body needs balance. What about poor food choices, such as junk foods, fast foods? Yeah, it significantly affects attention and memory consolidation. Does Daniel's fasting potentially have this real physical impact upon the brain and attention? Do you think it does? Well, fasting increases brain activity and alertness, as science shows, that when you fast, you actually get more speed in the processing of information, as well as activating brain proteins that allow for synaptic connections to form faster, and the neurotrophins turn on, so where you actually can make new neurons more quickly when you fast. This is intermittent fasting. And the references are in the notes. It also extends life. People who intermittently fast slow the aging process, reduce oxidative stress, allow for the macrophages to clean the trash and the sludge out of your brain from all this kind of stuff, and you actually live longer. People live measurably longer when they fast intermittently. And the best fasting that can do this intermittently is a 12-hour fast every day from like 6 p.m. is the last meal, and you don't eat again until 6 the next day, intermittent fast. And that's why it's called fast, breaking your fast. So there's literal benefits to our physical health in choosing to fast intermittently. And we can become more focused and have better attention. And we can accelerate the fast if we're really struggling with a heavy burden on our heart and really struggling to solve a problem. We can actually magnify the fast by reducing certain foods, and that can actually bring attention. I've done that before. I've fasted, and I can tell you my attention for a period of time improves and my focus improves. But there's an object lesson application as well. In addition to the physical health, the intermittent fasting, we can spiritually fast by being selective on what we take into our minds. The things we watch, the things we read, and so forth. Resting and then taking a specific rest for our minds. Not doing, even if it's good stuff, that we fast from study. We don't exhaust ourselves and become intoxicated on studying the various Bible materials even. We need time to fast from that as well.